We're here in Wakefield, so if you're testing in Leeds or the sort of like Barnsley area, anywhere like that, this is where you're going to come to have a look at the snow on the Mod 1 area right now. It is literally like 1.5 degrees. You can see the air. It's freezing, absolutely freezing, but I'm so glad my Super Duke GT has got heated grips on it. I'm going to use Moto today to do their map. We're going to see how that goes. I've used a few maps and testing which one is the best one. I'm going to have a look at this test route and see what's going on in the area of Wakefield. Again, I'm going to do the commentary ride. I think that's like a really good thing for you guys to do. It really helps you sort of lock into what you're doing on test. And if you're going for your Mod 2, I would totally recommend bringing a cloth, because if you bring a cloth, it just means you can wipe your visor and all that kind of stuff. Just keep it somewhere that's going to be dry, just in case it is raining. So here we go. The test center is literally just over there. It's just like a normal basic test center. There's nothing weird about this particular one. I say the strangest thing about this area is that you do have some more industrial stuff there, but not a lot going on here. Yeah, the only weird thing really today is the snow. Okay, here we go. Do my observations and then off I go. We're turning right at the end of the road. Mirror, signal, lifesaver, moving over to the right hand side. Nice and clear. Nice easy normal T-junction. Got a few drain covers in the middle of the road, but we're all good. We're turning left at the end of this road. Yeah, turning left. So again, mirror, signal, lifesaver, move over to the left hand side. We can follow it round. It's going slightly downhill. That van is turning left, so we can continue on. We're going down here. I cancel my signal. Got a van parked on the left, so I can pull out here. Let's imagine they ask us to stop on the left. Mirror, signal, lifesaver, move over to the left hand side. Yeah, stopping here, there's no problem. I stop with my foot in line or just on top of the curb, cancel the signal. The examiner could talk to me about something or whatever. My signal's off now. I see the van in my mirror. So from here, I'm going to continue on. So check my mirrors, signal, lifesaver, and then I can continue back into position 2. Recognize again that the road is 30, and I'm so glad for the heated grips because boy, look at it. Right, it says 5 degrees. It's definitely not 5 degrees. It's cold. So we're following the road ahead here. I'll cancel that signal from pulling away. Looking up ahead, I can see the pedestrian on the left hand side. Up ahead we've got a triangle, upside down triangle for give way. It's the only sign which is an upside down triangle, so you know already it's give way. We're turning left at the end of the road, so check my mirrors, signal, lifesaver, move over to the left hand side. So I'm in position 1 now. And there's our giveaway sign. It's a giveaway line. There's no stop line or anything like that there. Cool. Nice Subaru Impreza. I do love a Subaru. Okay, and then we can make our turn into position 2 using a little bit of slow control. The same thing we would have learned on module 1 for the U-turn and the slalom. All right. We can pick up the pace a little bit. The road here is still 30 miles an hour. It's amazing how cold it's got with all the snow and ice, so that just means I've got to be careful as I'm going around certain bends. But there have been Mod 2s go out today. I have seen them go out, so they are testing in these conditions, so be ready for that. Yeah, it's Moto app so far. I'm very happy with. Okay, we're turning left at the end of the road. Look, there's a little junction there, so I've got to do it after. Mirror, signal, lifesaver. We can move over to the left. There's a cheeky keep clear sign that's a little bit vague back there, so or like not vague but faint. So here the road is slightly inclined, therefore this is going to be a hill start. Remember, with our hill start we use our rear brake to control the bike. We set the gas, release the clutch, yeah, set the gas, release the clutch, and then come off the brake, and then that's what moves us forward. Here we go. Check my mirrors, off I go, turning into position 2. Nice and clear. I can see that up ahead, the green traffic lights, and just before on the left is a 30 sign, so I know this road is a 30. There's a speed camera there which Moto has told me about, which is great. We're going to be turning left shortly. I'm doing 27 miles an hour. I'm going to stay in position 3 even though there's oncoming traffic, because I've got these parked cars on the left hand side. Also, Calimoto is telling me the speed. Now, it shouldn't be that we rely on sat-nav for the speed. I would see a lot of students who rely on sat-nav for the speed. You guys want to be able to recognize it just from riding down the road. So here, doing 30 miles an hour, how do I recognize that? Regular street lighting, built up area, no other signs. I know the road is 30 miles an hour. So we're going to be turning right shortly. Oh, you see that snow and ice there on the side, so we just want to be super careful as we go around these bends. We're going to be taking the next right. So this is a major to minor right. So I've checked my mirrors, put my signal on, lifesaver, got to position 3. The car in front is also signalling right with a red indicator. That's so odd. So odd, Mr. Toyota Yaris. Okay, before I turn right, lifesaver, and then I make my right turn into position 2. I can go around the speed bump because there's nobody coming. If there's anyone coming the opposite direction, then I would have to go over the speed bump. Here I'm going to choose to go over because I am taking this right. So mirrors, signal, lifesaver, moving over to the right hand side. Again, another major to minor, so we must do that right lifesaver, just missing the drain cover. I see the speed bumps, so I go into position 3. This is a road that they most likely will get you to stop on the left hand side. So let's do that, yeah? We're going to find somewhere safe to stop on the left hand side. Let me give myself the best chance of doing that. We don't want to stop where there's a drop down curb, so we don't want to stop in front of any driveways. So here, mirror, signal. I'm going to move over to the left hand side where we can see the snow on the ground, and I'm here. Great. Once I'm here, cancel my signal, check my mirrors, signal again, lifesaver, and then I can pull away from the side of the curb. Again, there are no signs. This is not a 20 oncoming traffic, so I'm going to go to the left. Yeah, no signs, so it must be 30 miles an hour still. So I'm going to take my time as I go around this bend. Still got speed bumps here. We've got a solid white line, double solid white line between the two directions, which means we cannot cross that line unless we're overtaking slow traffic, i.e. bicycle, where appropriate. Do remember that, that's where appropriate, yeah? But in theory, we should not cross any solid white lines. Okay, we see that car parked up on the left hand side. So we're just going to take that middle of the road, and then I'm going to come back to position 3 because of the speed bump. At the end of this road, we're turning right, so check my mirrors, signal. I'm going to follow that centre line, looking early. I'm using my slow control here because it's a nice wide open junction. So if I can keep going, then I don't have to stop there. We're turning right at the end here. See the giveaway there, mirror, signal. I'm already in position 3. Again, another open junction, is it? It is, yeah. So I'll take my turn, nice and easy. Use that slow control, cancel my signal into position 2. So far, this is all right. A bit undulating. You know, you've got some hills, some ups and downs, but so far not bad. Really nice area, to be honest with you, and not a lot of traffic. Here, I'll just take that flat part with the opening door there. Someone else can open their door. No? Okay, great. Nice. We'll follow the road ahead here. We see the speed bump, so I'm just going to plan ahead and pick a nice place. Here we've got that bridge, so there may be larger traffic. Now you see these lines here on the road. Ignore the lines, follow your position. The lines are for HGVs and buses, of which we are not, so we just do our normal thing. Yeah, we wouldn't go to that middle position. Another upside down triangle. There's a lot of giveaways here. Wow, you really do highlight them. So we've done our mirror, signal, lifesaver, moved over to position 3. This is another hill start junction. Is that car going to let me go? Yep, that's great. And then we can continue on from there. So if they do let you go, we still must look, yeah? If they signal for us to go, we still need to look to make sure that it's clear for us to go. We can pick up our pace to 30 miles an hour. We've got pedestrians on the road, they've stopped, it's great. And then we can keep it going. I'm really enjoying the Calimoto app. I don't know if I can share this drive with you, but I think I can. And if I can, I'll put the link in the description below so that you guys can do this test route, practice on your 125s, and have a go at this yourselves. So we're following this lorry. Now, if you are following a lorry, try not to get too close so you can see in front of the lorry where possible. We're going to be turning left here. We see that it's got a little bit busier here. The lorry's also turning left mirror, left signal, left lifesaver, moving over to the left hand side. Here kind of is another hill start. And I'm just going to leave a little bit more room so I can see past the lorry. Have a look at that sign over there. It's got a big major roundabout on it with a few major roads coming off it. So it means we're going to be going onto bigger roads. We've also got, just on the other side of this lorry here, you'll see it now, it says dual carriageway. You see that sign there saying dual carriageway? So that means there is a divide between the two directions. That big piece of grass there, that's what they're talking about. Okay, we're going to be following the left hand side, so we're pretty much going where the lorry's going, and then we're going to be going ahead at the next roundabout. Here, have I seen any speed signs? I haven't. Maybe you've seen it on the video, but I haven't seen any speed signs, so I'm still doing 30 miles an hour, or 27 as you see it there on my dash. The sat nav says it's 30, so well, interesting. It just changed to 40 apparently. I haven't seen that. So here we've got a roundabout. We're taking the second exit, following the road ahead. So here our lane allows us to follow the road ahead. So here we follow our lane, and I think I'm going to look to overtake this lorry. So mirror, signal, lifesaver. You know the road. Well, it says it's 30, it says it's 40, but we don't actually know that. We haven't seen that physically here. Okay, I'm in the right hand lane, so that means I'm going to go ahead on this roundabout, third exit, but it means because I'm in the right hand lane, I need to do left signal, left lifesaver, and off I come. Here I can go into the left hand lane, which is great. We see the national speed limit signs now, so now I can pick up my pace. It's a dual carriageway, making this road 70 miles an hour. So I'm going to pick up my pace. I need to think about my 2-second gap as well, okay, because those cars up in front are not doing 70 miles an hour. I'm catching the blue car up, so mirrors, signal, lifesaver. I'm going to move over. Calimoto is telling me the next roundabout is the second exit. And here the examiner will expect you to get up to pace here. Yeah, they will be expecting you to do at least 67, 65 miles an hour, somewhere in that region. Here's the roundabout. We're following the road ahead. Mirror, signal, lifesaver, get back to the left-hand lane. So I can do the normal, traditional left-hand technique, which would be to use the left-hand lane. So I follow my side, position 2 in my lane, all the way around, signal left, the right lifesaver, and then off I go. We're back up to national speed limit. So I'm going to go for the overtake. Up ahead there we see the road has been slowed down to 40 miles an hour. So we need to make sure we're at 40. And here I'm in a weird position where I've gone for the overtake. I didn't know it was going to change to 40. And I've got the van on my left hand side. I don't want to be undertaken. So I'm just going to push that as much as I can. And I'm going to see if I can make it so I can get back to the left hand lane and not be undertaken. Yeah, I've had my signal on, I did my mirror check and my lifesaver, and I've come back. Woof, that was lucky. Okay, here we go. You can see the lots of 40s. We're coming up to a major roundabout over the M1. We're going to be following the road ahead over this M1. So let's have a look at the lane markings here. Left lane is for left only. So this lane here is M1 and ahead. So this lane will become the leftmost lane. So watch here, as I follow this lane, you see the M1 to the left just there, and now our lane, which was middle, becomes the leftmost lane for us to follow the road ahead. Alright, cool. Here now we're coming off, so you could indicate, but it's not essential here. The triangle sign lets us know the two lanes are coming together, and it's still 40, moving into a 30. We see the two triangle signs there. Two lanes coming together. Check my mirror, check my shoulder, and then take that new position too. Van parked on the left-hand side, so I'm just going to check my mirror and move out. Although he's not actually on the left, but that car is, so we're all good. All right, here, well, we're not quite making the speed, that's fine. I'm looking all the way down the road to see what problems are coming our way. We're doing 27 miles an hour, that's great. The lights are green, they've been green for some time, and it's a pedestrian crossing. So I've checked both sides of the crossing, there's no people, unlikely to change, but something still to think about, you know, it could change. Cars parked on the left, so again I'll check my mirror and just move out that little bit wider, giving a safe distance, just allowing anyone to open a door and it for not to be a problem. Yeah, some people are often distracted by their children or a phone call, and it just means they'll open a door without even thinking about it. So what we want to do is plan for that. Yeah, we don't want to get too close to that. Going to be making a left turn shortly. So far I've really enjoyed this test route. This is actually quite nice. We're turning left here, turning left. This one looks like it might be difficult. Yeah, this requires a little bit of slow control. I've just used my back brake there, put me into position 2. As we turned, we saw 20 miles an hour, and look there, there's a 20 repeater and horses sign, another 20 repeater down the road. So when you're in a 20 zone, you will see repeaters again and again and again. Yeah, when you're in a 30 zone, you won't see any repeaters, you won't see nothing like that. So here now we do see the 20 again. It's a little blind corner, so I'm going to come back to position 2, which is perfect because it gives the van space, gives me space. Check my mirror, then I can come back out. Oh, it smells so good around here. Someone is cooking something really nice. If you live in this area, drop a comment as to what is getting cooked around here, because it smells nice. 30 gate, so we can pick up to 30 miles an hour. Wow, this is nice. Right out in the countryside now. Oh, it smells so good around here, genuinely. Oh, it's beautiful, stunning. Okay, we've got the triangle sign here for bends, yeah, sharp bends. So you do want to just take your time with that. Try not to commit to any bends. How do you read a bend? Here, where does the tarmac seem to finish? As we get closer to the bend, if we can see more of it, then we can pick up the pace. If we can't, then we must slow down. National speed limit, so single carriageway now, so that means national speed limit is not 70 miles an hour. That's beautiful. It means that national speed limit now is 60 miles an hour, so this road is technically 60. Here, look at the vanishing point for the bend, and then it seems to disappear off down the road, so we can then open the throttle as we come out the bend. Hopefully we'll get a sharper corner and you can see what I mean, where it doesn't seem to disappear. Here again, it's sort of opening up, running away from us all the time, so again we can pick up that pace. Yeah, this next one here, as I get closer, it's not really opening up in the same way, so I've got to slow down a bit more, and it opens up quite late. Here it opens up again, and then I can pick up that pace. And the examiner want to see you at least get on with it a little bit. They're not expecting you to go crazy here, not expecting 60 miles an hour here. I've been doing 40 roughly, you know, but they will be expecting you on the straighter parts to be making that little bit of progress. Yeah, another giveaway sign, we're turning left, still national speed limit. In front of us we've got a learner driver. So nice and clear, so I can keep that going. Cancel my signal. And if you have enjoyed this video so far, if you've got any tips from this video, if you've gained any good knowledge from this video, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, because there's going to be more of these videos. Look at this gate here, 30-mile-an-hour gate. So check my mirrors, make sure I'm under 30 miles an hour. Happy days. To see the lorry, check my mirror, lifesaver, and move out nice and wide. Oh, thank God for the heated grips. Now here I'm going to stay wide but bring the speed down. Nice. Checking the pedestrian crossing. So we can see the flashing Belisha beacons. So I'm checking that zebra crossing nice and early. It's clear, so that's good. And another learner driver. Temporary traffic lights. We're just giving that vehicle in front a nice distance. In an ideal world, the gap you should have between you and the vehicle in front is 1 car length. 1 normal car length. I think in that gap here, I could probably put that BMW in that gap there. So happy days. Yeah, we don't want to be on the back of that bumper. So here, check my mirrors, lifesaver, and you'll see behind me a guy that went out on test and has come back. He's on his way back, so we're all going to go to the same spot. What was the last speed sign I saw? I don't remember, but what do I remember? Regular street lighting, built up area, no other signs. The road must be 30. Okay, we're going to be turning right shortly. Yeah, we're going to be turning right. Oh, it is stunning, isn't it? It's cold, it's very cold, but it is stunning. So we're turning right here, major to minor. So we need good slow control here. Lifesaver, and then we can make our turn. See the national speed limit there? Look at it. So again, we're in that national speed limit. Single carriageway, there's no barrier between us and the oncoming traffic. Therefore, this road is a 60 limit road for cars and motorbikes, but obviously we're not going to be doing that. Triangle sign for bends. If you can, read all of the signs, say them out loud to yourself, copy what I'm doing in this video. It super helps keep you on track. You'll stop thinking about other things that don't matter whilst you're on your test. Look at this here, slowing right down. This makes sense, yeah? Driving according to the conditions of the road, not necessarily the speed limit of the road. Here now, we can pick up the pace a little bit after we've come out of that tighter spot there. This must be great. In the summer, this must be amazing. In the winter, where you've got little bits of snow and ice everywhere, I'm sure there's black ice here, it's not exactly fun, but they could still do it. I imagine the examiners would look after you. They wouldn't necessarily take you on this particular route in the winter, but in the summer, they're definitely going to take you on this route. Yeah, they will definitely want to see you make some progress. Looking past the car, sometimes we can end up looking at the back of the car, but looking past the car, we see the triangle sign for sharp bend. So we can just slow in the road. Yeah, sharp bend, slow in the road. And look at that, it's on that crest there, and there's that sharp bend. So with us not being able to see a lot, the fact we're doing 13, 14 miles an hour, it absolutely makes sense. Yeah, that's where we want to be at. That's what the examiner wants to see at that particular point. Okay, here, this bit on the map is very, very interesting. Remember doing this on the computer? Very interesting. So check my mirrors, we're turning right. But it's weird because we turn right. 50 sign, yeah, 50 gate. And we're turning right straight into a slip road. Very interesting. Cool. So, now onto the slip road. Taking our time here, 50 miles an hour, nice and clear. and then we need to pick up the pace, yeah, and join the slip road. So we go from what, a T-junction to a slip road in seconds. Coming up to a roundabout, so middle lane helps us to go ahead. We're going to be going ahead at the roundabout. We see the 40 gate just here, yeah, so the roundabout in its entirety is 40 miles an hour. If we don't see anything on the exit, it means that that road is also 40 miles an hour. This Calimoto has been brilliant. This app has been the best one I've used so far, and it means I can share it with you guys as well. We don't want to go in the M1, so make sure that doesn't happen. Make sure you follow your lane, yeah. If you're going to go across any white lines, you must do a lifesaver on a roundabout. That must happen. Here I haven't got any signal because I'm taking the second exit. Now I can put my left signal on, yeah, so check my mirrors, put my left signal on, let them know that I'm coming off at the next exit. Just keeping an eye on that right hand mirror because that's where most of the danger is going to come from. And then once I've made my exit, I can cancel my signal. I'm going to be taking the next left, so again, check my mirrors, signal. There's some more motorbike training students over there. Now I'm in the left hand lane. Okay, cool. 30 gate, just there. That's easy to miss. Seriously easy to miss. Here we're following the road ahead. Now the right hand lane is for right only, so here I'm using the left hand lane. Clear on the roundabout, follow our lane. Now that line there, yeah, the examiner will use that as a lane marking, okay? So don't cross that line. Try and stay on your side of that line. All right, not bad. We're almost back. We're going to be turning left at the roundabout, so checking our mirrors, signal, lifesaver, moving over to the left hand side, looking nice and early. Yep, we can come off here. I'm going to turn left here, check my mirrors, signal, lifesaver, and we're going to move over. What I will also say, if you're coming to Wakefield to test, you can get a little bit of food here. Why not? Why not? I'm sure the instructors do it as well. If you're an instructor in Wakefield and you bring Mod 2 students here, drop in the comments, is the food at that little hut any good? Where do you go to get some food if you're testing here? Wow, the Mod 1 site in that time is now completely clear. I say completely, almost clear. That is Wakefield Test Centre. For those of you up north, this is for you. This one was a nice one actually, really nice. Some really good bits of road, very clear, signed very well. There wasn't anything cheeky. Just make sure if you're here you've got good slow control because there's a few tight turns. Make sure you've got good hill starts because there's quite a lot of undulation. And then just make sure that we have good roundabout knowledge because there's quite a few roundabouts with a lot of lanes going on. But other than that, it's actually quite a nice test centre. The route's nice, the test centre's nice. Good luck. If you've enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure when you go to the test centre, bring your Mod 1 certificate and your CBT certificate and your theory certificate. Okay, cool. That's me out. Peace.